them separate. I'm not aware of the discussions at this university about that. I mean, the library and our information services work very closely together. Obviously, the library has a very big
database
information systems component because of all the online resources they deliver now.
Yeah.
But so for the IT leadership team, we'll have a library representative on it.
Yeah.
So it's very much working together.
In terms of the outsourcing, when like some of the products that we use, for instance, email is Microsoft Outlook, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you outsource skills as well? So is it the case that the IT staff here, like you, and the others, they're able to do everything, or is it the case that you get Accenture to come in? I don't know. You get some people in consultancy or some people with specialist skills to get a project off the ground.
Well, yeah, okay. Now, services that the major services I'm aware of that have been outsourced, one, the student email. I think one, we were aware that the current webmail service we were providing was slipping behind what students were familiar with from using Google Mail or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
So there was a need to do an upgrade, and it came at a time when Microsoft were rolling out Outlook Live to UK universities.
Okay.
So in that instance, because that is a free service,
sure,
that cost was a major driver because we got this major supplier which is willing to provide a free service.
Sure.
That was a great plus. I mean, in the email team, then there's still a local component. We need to create the accounts and get them loaded onto the Microsoft systems.
Sure.
So there's still a strong email team. But if you look at the staff email, where we went for an in-house exchange-based solution, so again Microsoft, yes, the consultants were brought in to get the project off the ground.
Okay.
So they came in and did a design, and in collaboration with the email team, so they would pick up skills, but there'll be an ongoing service contract.
Yeah.
So
sure.
if the in-house team can't deal with an issue, they can escalate it up to Microsoft.
Sure. You've spoken about in some cases how you receive feedback from when in the rare instance students put comments on the help desk thing that says whatever. We've got in our group the help desk system is working very smoothly. I wondered if lessons could be generalised from that to different aspects and different services.
The service desk is what we call a shared service. That means that all the faculty IT groups as well as the central IT group collaborate to provide that service. So some of the faculty staff spend a certain time each week on the shared service desk. Now, before it was put in place, like all the major projects, there was an extensive sort of planning phase, but I think ongoing it is strongly managed because all people from those teams get together once a week to discuss any operational problems that have come up, and monthly there's a group that meets which considers other things as well, but is always looking at the service desk to see how it can be improved. So I think there's that strong. They didn't just put it in place and say that's it. There was a continuous service improvement.
Sure.
And that I think it's more difficult to see how you could get that level of commitment to each individual service. So, for instance, there's an infrastructure management group, but when they meet, they will be discussing the after services. So I think the detailed review, the service desk is seen as such a key service because it's where people go to if they've got an IT problem. So it's what they see of IT that it is important to get that right, and that's why there's a lot of effort put into that.
Can I ask you, is there anything that stands out to you or to your team which could just completely be improved? Do you know what I mean? That the elephant in the room, you think this needs sorting, or if money wasn't an issue, or anything which you just say, oh well, actually, if you look at the hierarchy then, or what do you think?
Or introducing an ERP software.
I mean, one of your questions you had on the list was about the web, university's web presence, and the university recognises that's an area of concern. So one of the things which has happened over the years, initially historically you had central IT services which looked after some mainframes, there were no PCs.
Yeah.
And people out in the faculties providing support to research groups essentially. And then as the computer revolution took off, all of those grew,